morning. How are you?
Hey, good. I'm doing great, actually. Because
Fantastic.
I just got a job offer after having been employed for a couple of years. So,
Oh, congratulations.
yeah, thank you. Thank you. So should I introduce myself for just
Yes,
a
yes,
second?
please tell us
So my name is
about you.
Amy. I'm from the United States. I've been, I went to school for psychology and was always very interested in the healing arts. And through a couple of different situations, I wound up with a career in banking, and but stayed always involved in the healing modalities. So I'm actually, even though I'm a master in a couple of healing modalities. And I say this not just because it enriches my life and I try to help, and enrich the people around me. But I say this because it was a source of great frustration to me that even though I was aware and clearing and healing and, manifesting exercises and living in my opinion, a very good, clear, truthful life, I was getting stuck in the same patterns over and over again. It was like a different scene, same theme, different people, same people, different people. Sorry. So one of the things that most recently happened to me was that I was doing very well in my position. I had received a promotion. I had received more money. And then the last year that I was at this job, things started, like sabotage started to happen. And I realized that it was a very, it actually reminded me, unfortunately, of some trauma that I had in my marriage. So my job was eliminated and I viewed that as a blessing. And I worked with it. And I, almost had another job, and then the pandemic hit, and I viewed that as a blessing and a gift of time as well. And then what happened was the people who had lost their jobs around when I did, everybody started going back to work. And but the thing that was also happening to me was I wasn't even seeing job postings, and I have a big network. I wasn't seeing job postings or even, job descriptions of things that had my skill set, which is very unusual because I have a very broad skill set and I've been in banking for over 20 years. So I had started working with Khushali for the Switchwords, which I found very, very helpful. And what happened was, like, unexpected money miracles started happening, which were smaller than, getting a job with a salary, of course, but I was very grateful for them. And then I spoke to Khushali. She had put out on one of the task programs, like, if you have a question for the tarot cards, let me know. And I booked a session with her. And she said, I see these patterns. And I had said, yes, I have these patterns. And she asked me if I'd ever tried NLP, which I'd never had, in all of my, like, I'll be honest with everybody, I've been doing this since I'm young, like 30 years, never done. And I'd heard of it. I've never done it. So we worked on NLP together. I would like to say that we started in January. This was fast. And I worked on the switchwords every night. We had several sessions. I want to tell everybody, if you join up with Khushali, she will give you a wealth of information, a lot of education, whether you sign up for a training program or not. I learned a lot. And I have to say that almost immediately, like within a week of working with the NLP, this one job description came up that was a complete match for me. And I applied to it. I got a call 2 days later, and this is unheard of in banking in the United States. The manager, who will be my manager, is a person very much aligned with me. Like, he likes to do things quickly. And if you see something you like, get it and do it and be goal-oriented. And I received a job offer within 2 weeks, actually. I got the written job offer last night. And so it is a great position. It's a position I can grow in. It's more money than my last job. And it was like the NLP and the EFT, like, cleared out all that gunk. I'm going to still work on it, obviously. I'm looking forward to continuing with this because I have obviously other areas in my life that I'd like to work on. But I'm usually like, I am an enthusiastic person, but I don't usually give as strong an endorsement as I'm giving here. This was miraculous in my life, and it made so much I'm very grateful to Khushali. It made a big difference for me.
That's incredible. Thank you so much, Amy. I think you described the situation. So many of us have been in such similar situations, and we find it difficult. We, like you mentioned, despite being a healer or despite being qualified, you don't see the opportunities, you don't spot the openings, you see everyone else getting opportunities, and you feel like, oh my God, I'm being left behind. Why is it not working for me? So
exactly. And you like, obviously, I think we're all on this call because we do believe in guidance. Mm-hmm. So what was happening for me was I became a master. I'm sure people know the decrees. I became a master in Jupiter's decrees. I did other coaching. I was perfectly willing to pivot into another career. And then that just wasn't happening. So I thought, and then I kept hearing, like, my inner guidance was, you need to go back into banking, and then go into this. It was like I had to heal something in banking, and then go into this. And then two things I just wanted to say, and then I'll turn it back over to you guys or answer any questions. But one of the things that I was praying for was the ideal job. Actually, Khushali gave me that idea. So the desired job at the ideal employer. That was what we were what I was working on, through her homework. When I got this phone call, the recruiter said to me, the hiring manager thinks you'd be ideal for this position. It was the same word. So, and I believe that words are important. And then he said to me, I have done so much planning for this and writing and going in front of committees, but I was only now just allowed to post for the job. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like he was looking for a long time either. So things happened.
Just aligned.
It was alignment, and it was wonderful. So
how fantastic. How absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much, Amy. Thank you for coming on and sharing that.
You're very welcome. My pleasure.
Khushali, that's amazing. That's really, really so. And just within a few months, was it, Amy? Was it a lot of time and a lot of effort for you to devote to those exercises or those techniques?
No, actually, it was. Well, I mean, I was also doing the money chanting as well. So I would say that the NLP portion of it, with the suppositions and the writing, which I have to say, so helpful, because while you're going through this process, things are going to come up and you'll be feeling things that you can't even attach an event to. You're just feeling something, and you started doing the writing and the suppositions and immediately felt better. I would say it was no more than a half an hour a day. Okay. It wasn't, it was no longer than my morning ritual. Let's just put it that way. I was able to make time for it.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much, Amy. Thank you for coming on and sharing that.